Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio Uncut. I'm grabbing some materials here because I want to make some more miners. 15? Yeah, why not? Let's just do all the miners. Because I want to expand out our iron-making ability quite significantly. Early on in a Factorio playthrough, what you will find is that you are not making enough iron ever. And eventually that'll switch over to where you'll have plenty of iron, but you won't have enough copper, but we're not quite at that point yet. So just to be a little bit proactive, I want to go ahead and expand out the iron smelting a bit. I'm going to convert this over to what I call a full stack. This design isn't one that I came up with, but it's one that I utilize a lot, and it just works out so well. I consider smelting to be a solved problem in Factorio, and has been for quite some time. This setup with 48 furnaces, which is what I believe I have here, hopefully. Yes, I do. With 48 furnaces, this setup will take in a full line of iron ore and convert that to a full yellow line of iron plate coming out. If everything is running full time, which is a wonderfully neat ratio. It works out really great. And that's all fine and good, but then we also have the ability later to upgrade all these stone furnaces to steel furnaces, and upgrade all the yellow belt to red belt, and then all of a sudden we have a setup that can take in a full red belt of ore and convert that over to a full red belt of plates. So very, very upgradable. And the steel furnaces on this line, that's generally as high as I go in a playthrough like this, where my goal is just to set up, like, 1 science a second and launch a rocket. There's really no need to get into electric furnaces or anything like that. It's just not a road that I go down. These numbers used to be true. I'm going to go ahead. I have not confirmed this. I don't know if anything has changed. I don't think it has, but that generally doesn't mean a lot. But an electric furnace and a steel furnace smelt at the exact same rate. You don't get a speed bonus or anything like that by... let's see. Are you guys done? You guys are done. Fantastic. You don't get any extra speed for going electric from steel. And at one point, it was actually more efficient to use a steel furnace than it was to do an electric one, right? So what I mean by that is the steel furnace, you use fuel, you use coal in order to smelt things, just like with the stone furnace. The electric furnace uses fuel as well. It just uses it in a little bit different fashion, in that you use your fuel to generate electricity, at least early on. And it's actually more fuel efficient to run your steel furnaces. They use coal more efficiently than the conversion over to electricity and then over to smelting. Again, that used to be true. I assume it still is. But you might double check my my thoughts there, because things tend to change. All right, we should be able to do that right there, and that should get all of you guys running, and that should increase our iron output significantly. And how many miners do we have here? 8. Okay, that works out great. These miners here are going to push their ore onto one side of the belt, and that is going to unbalance this belt, and that one lane is going to be a lot fuller than the other. And in reality, it doesn't make that much difference, but it kind of does, because I want all the miners working full-time, and I don't want to just be producing heavy on one side of the belt. So I'm going to take 4 of these, and then I'm going to do this right here and push an output priority to the right. So that'll send the ore on from these 4 miners on the outside of the belt, where these 4 get the inside, and that'll even it up. and should work out a lot better, I think. At least it makes me happier. Just tidy that up a little bit. All right, I don't think that gives us a full line of ore coming in, but it should significantly help. How are we doing on power? Not great. Not great at all. Let's go ahead and get some of that upgraded. Let's do... how much do we have over here? Oh, we have 4. Let's go ahead and double that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 boilers. And we're going to need some more steam engines. 8 of those to be a little precise. There's 6. Seven, 8. All right, and we will get on that. Let's go ahead. We'll roll the intro, and I'll see you over at Power, and we'll get that taken care of. But I do figure in like 20 years or so, there'll be like a movie or something like that features one of their songs, and only then will they get the true recognition they deserve as some of the greatest musicians really that ever were. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this power set up. There. Oh, hey. Hi, biters. Have you guys been seeing a lot of activity? Yes, you kind of have. Oh, from these guys right here. Okay, and that looks like a pretty small base. What are we looking at right now? We got 2 turrets. Can we make more? Make 3 more. We do have a little bit of ammo. It might be really worth it to go over there and take those guys out. Actually, before we do that, let's concentrate on what we're doing right now. Let's get a little pipe. And then we'll go over to turrets. Okay, so that will go there. That'll go there. There. Actually, let's cancel turrets again because I need some. Oh, actually, we have some. We just need 1 more. And then make turrets. So you. And power there. And take that up to there. All right, power needs are better in line right now. Oh, we got some down here too. Okay, we're not quite hitting them yet, but we are hitting those over there. Oh, this is gonna be biter fun. I may need to let's see. Do we have anything interesting? Grenades, stronger explosives. Let's get military researched. Circuit network, that's fun, but that can wait. Let's do inventory, then do military science. We're working on the steel furnaces right now. Gates, lab research speed. Projectile damage, weapon shooting speed. Those would be very nice. Combat robots. Now that recipe changed again. Whenever I was playing when .17 first came out, these required robot frames. So it made them seem not very good. But it looks like the recipe was toned down again, where they no longer require robot frames. So this might be viable. Yeah, we'll go down that route and see if that helps as far as clearing bases. Okay, power's back up, and we are doing very well. And I do want to go take out that base, but I would rather get kind of a mall set up first. Now, I have a mall that I've used in the past quite a bit that I designed that's kind of a strip mall that's really big and not very practical. Makes almost everything in the game. I think I'm going to do something a little bit more practical in this setup, more like what we did last time, where we just kind of design sort of a mall and upgrade it as we see as we need different items. So I'm going to go ahead and leave 4 spaces, and we'll have a couple lines coming in on this side. And even though I'm belting gears, I still want to set up some gear makers for our mall area, just simply because it has the potential to use just a ton of gears. So I think it makes sense to actually have some dedicated gear makers down here. And I'm going to set this up as just a typical belt array, as it's called. It's used in a lot of mall setups just because the spacing and everything just works out really good for making belt. And if you're not familiar with basically the mall concept, it's kind of an idea that we have some machines down here that are producing basically the things that we use a lot of, but aren't really used for science production or anything like that. So things like inserters, things like belt, things like assembly machines, power poles, all those things that we just use a lot of in bulk, we want to go ahead and automate the production of those. And we need some more stuff here because we're going to need a lot of splitters. We're probably going to need a lot of underground. We have a lot of underground, but... oh, it's iron that you crave. Go through and grab gears, grab circuits, and have all this stuff in my inventory so we can handcraft this as we need it. Okay, splitters. We have some undergrounds. Probably want more fast inserters. And assembly machines, we have 5. That's not going to be enough of those either. All right, so our first level here is going to basically be dedicated to making gears. Lots of gears, many gears. And starting out, it's not really that big of a demand on gears. But it seems like everything in the mall requires gears, and once you get later into producing some other things, and whenever you start using like a lot of belts and a lot of your inserters expanding stuff, I mean, the gear demand is just great. If we just consider science alone, that we need to launch a rocket at 1 science a minute, these 4 assembly machines up here making gears are going to cover us completely, with the exception of the mall. It's kind of its own animal. So we'll just go ahead and feed it this way. All right, so what I want here is we'll do 3 spaces, and then we're going to do just basically a grid pattern. Is that over far enough? It's not. Okay, and I'm using those assembly machines as spacers every now and then because we want those basically 3 spaces apart, just a grid like this. And this is going to be our belt array. This guy right here is going to make the regular transport belt. This one up here is going to make splitters. And this one down here is going to make underground belt. And if we look at our ingredients here, this requires iron plates and gear wheels. This one requires iron plates, circuits, and transport belt. And this one requires transport belt and iron plate. So this will be an iron line coming in, and this will be an iron line coming in, and this up here will be a line of circuits coming in. And we're getting attacked by biters. Okay, very, very, very good information. We built some turrets here. Let's go ahead and set these up. Because I have a feeling we'll see more of those. And I don't want to be interrupted. Okay, so we have an iron line coming in here, an iron line coming in here. I think let's just go ahead and do... Is there any reason why we just don't do this exact same setup? That right there. I don't know why I blueprinted that, because we don't have anything to help us with blueprints. I don't know. I guess it reduces the potential for mistakes, which I have been known to do a little bit. All right, so since these require transport belt and these require transport belt, we can go ahead and get some long-handed inserters, just like that, feeding those just directly from that. And then you will spit out to a box right here that will produce our transport belt, and that will buffer up, and this will be the transport belt that we can come and grab anytime we want. Same thing for undergrounds, same thing for splitters. Okay, so you also need iron plate. That's going to be coming in right here. So you grab iron plate. You're going to need iron plate. And do you need iron plate? You need iron plate. Of course you need iron plate. Everybody needs iron plate. Okay, we're going to need some more long-handed inserters. And I've run out of stuff again. Go ahead and refill here. Get some iron, get some copper. We've got gears. Let's just grab a few more circuits. Get some long-handed inserters. How are we doing on power poles? We could use some power poles. And assembly machines. Yeah, let's get some of those too. All right, so you guys are going to need circuits, which are going to be on that line right there. We'll just go ahead and grab those with a long-handed inserter right there. And then, let's see, you don't need gears, but you need gears, and you need gears. And we're producing our gears right here. So I want you guys taking in gears. Taking in iron off of those lines. And then I want you spitting out gears onto a belt in the middle like this. That's just going to run up through the middle here. And every now and then, we'll throw in an underground here. To carry that across, and you can grab gears from there. You can grab gears from there. You don't need gears. You just need the circuits, but you do need gears. No, you don't. Huh, interesting. Okay, so you should have everything you need. All right, and we've got some extra spaces here, and that is fine. Whenever we get red belts, these will actually produce red belts, because red belts require basically yellow belts, so that'll just pull from here to get those. And then these are going to be reserved. They're going to be the blue belts. So we'll be able to basically cover all of our belt needs just right here. And it will work out just fantastic. Hopefully. All right, so that is good. Let's go ahead and just get this running. That is going to be circuits, okay? And this is going to be iron coming in. Oh, that's going to be a problem, isn't it? That's fine. That's why we put these spaces in between here, is to work on fix little problems we have with belt logistics. That is going to come in right up here. All right, and eventually that is going to be red and green circuits. So for right now, I think we can do that right there. And that'll just make it where green will be on one side of the belt, which is really where we need it, really. All right, so there's our iron. We just need one more iron maker right here. One more iron line coming in right here. All right, and with a little bit of power, this should be good to go. Let's see. Power pole, power pole. This isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. I don't like this. Let's fix it. That for now. There. Doesn't matter. Just needs to be plugged in. All right, so that gets our gear machines moving. We'll take that up. Does that get all that covered? Yes. That doesn't power that machine. I just want it working. Just work. It's work thing. All right, so yeah, you are now getting circuits. You're getting your iron. You are producing these. Let's go ahead and limit that chest to like maybe 2 stacks. Yellow belt, we'll go ahead and fill that up, but that is producing. And you guys, we'll do maybe like 3 stacks for you. All right, and now we can see our iron kind of dwindle a bit, which is what we're expecting, but we are going to be pushing out almost a complete full... Oh, no, actually, it looks like our ore is kind of caught up and backed up. So we're going to be using the full power of this to keep this line full and to keep production up. We have researched things. Let's get power poles. Let's get red belt. Might as well. And let's just start doing the upper left-hand thing. And just get sciences researched. All right, and we'll continue this on, and then eventually this will be set up to, we're going to set up an inserter array right on the other side, which is basically a setup like this, but it's going to be dedicated to making all the inserters, so we will never have to handcraft those again either. All right, but I think I'm going to put that on hold for a little bit because I want to go over there and let's see, can we make the real ammo now? Ah, we can, but we need steel and we don't have our steel set up yet. All right, well, I think we'll do fine with the yellow ammo for now. We do have a nice supply of it here. We just need some more turrets. And we can make that many. Which is going to be a good amount, I bet. And let's see, we've got these guys down here. They're a little bit bigger. They may be more of a challenge. But these guys over here, I think we can take out rather easily. I guess we'll find out in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.